Good evening, good evening, good evening. Welcome to Interesting Talks with Footprints. I hope your glass is half full rather than half empty. And as we know, we can always top it back up again no matter where we are in life. Today's talk is, hopefully you'll find it interesting. It's on attention deficit hyperactivity disorder, commonly known as ADHD. Lots of people suffer from it. Some people have not been diagnosed. I actually had a client and they thought that they might have had it. And apparently in the NHS waiting list, I think it's a 2-year wait to actually to be diagnosed with ADHD. It's common, and I've seen it in people that I think might have it, and I don't think they've been diagnosed. But when you listen to the symptoms, how it manifests itself, you might know some people that have got it, or you might even be there yourself. I don't know. But also at the end of this talk, I'm going to give what I would call tips, some advice, some ways to deal with that. But the tips, as I was looking at them, I realized that they could work with so many different other issues in life. Just listening to those tips alone is worth waiting to the end of this video to get them and hear how they work and how you can process them in your own life, no matter what you're going through in any circumstance. It should enhance your life. So, attention deficit hyperactivity disorder is a behavioral even disorder characterized by core symptoms such as inattentiveness, distractibility, hyperactivity, and impulsivity. ADHD is thought to be the most common childhood mental disorder. ADHD interfere with your work, your schooling, household tasks, relationships. It can be very challenging for both children and for adults. And of course, children have got far less coping abilities, or mechanisms, should I say. So therefore, for children, it's going to be really tough. Here is a list of some of the things adults struggle with: restlessness or being fidgety, impulsivity, rash decisions that adversely affect their lives. Emotional regulation and decision making is often affected as well. It seems to run in families, suggesting that there's a genetic root to all this. But there is also research that says an environment element is also involved in ADHD. Here are some of the ways to help you cope with it. Express gratitude. Focus on your strengths. Imagine your best possible self. Practice kindness. And here is the list of how to do these things. 1. Express gratitude. Research shows people that practice gratitude have a greater sense of well-being, a better mood, and less anxiety, i.e. writing down 5 things you're grateful for and the reason why you're grateful for those things. Focus on your strengths. A study conducted by Michelle McQuaid discovered that 70% of professionals who use their strengths or focus on their strengths are more engaged at work. Imagine being your best possible self. Professor Laura King at the University of Missouri, Columbia, has performed extensive research demonstrating that imagining and writing about your ideal life and what it would look like in the future can have a significant impact on your mood and enhance your motivation. Practice kindness. Now, practicing kindness and acts of kindness has shown to boost our mood. And the theory of why this happens is it increases the focus on others and less on ourselves. Set goals. Setting goals can help you lead a healthier and happier life by boosting your sense of self-efficacy, confidence, and self-esteem, as well as providing your life with structure and meaning. Savor the pleasurable moments, just pleasurable experiences. Another strategy to improve your positive feelings is through savouring when you have an experience of something that's pleasurable, such as good music, eating something delicious, or seeing a beautiful sunrise. Notice it and savour it. Now also what I've found from people that suffer with this deficit, attention deficit disorder, are that, let's say they're in a classroom, for example, and there's a bird knocking at the window, they would totally zone out from what's happening in the classroom and focus solely on what that bird is doing on the window. They totally have gone. And you'd literally have to go in front of them and clap your hands to bring them back into that room. That's how it affects people. Another example would be that you could be having a conversation with somebody who suffers with this, and you mention something and their brain has just gone off on it. You could have mentioned something like, I don't know, a holiday in Spain that you was on, and all of a sudden they've gone to their holiday that they had in Spain, and they're no longer in the room. They're no longer vacant, and that's just like a gaze, and they've gone, and you see their look that they're not in the room. It's a very challenging disorder to work with, but again, if you look at the tips what I've given you and follow them, there's a good opportunity for you to be able to live your best life, which is what we're all interested in. So this was a little bit of a short talk today, but hopefully it gives you an understanding of what ADHD stands for, how it works, how it affects people, and some of the ways that you can look after yourself if you're unfortunate enough to suffer with this disease or this illness. So until 2 weeks' time, take care of yourself, try to stay positive, like and leave comments on this video. Tell me what you think. If you're a sufferer, how do you cope? Because people will read your comments and they'll learn even more coping skills or managing skills, how to work with this disorder. So take care of yourself. Bye for now.